Let me test this out real quick. All right. Say something real quick.
Yo,
Never mind. Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of your favorite after church podcast, the KNoWKi podcast. I am your man, Spaces.
hey, I go by your boy Mar.
Jerry Day's on his way, and we're gonna get straight into the conversation. Well, super quick. How was your last week?
It was cool. Everything was good, man. I had a
Yeah,
few hiccups. Had a few hiccups, but I always say, man, hiccups not hiccups when you can I guess you can resolve them instantly. So always look at it like that. Like when something comes around and all that other stuff, even though you might have to spend the bread or do this, you got the means to get it out the way real quickly?
yeah,
Like the hiccup happened 9, 10 o'clock this morning. By 12, everything was all right and good. You might be out of
right.
that bread or you might be out of that time, but everything is back on normal, back on track. So that's what I always say too, man. But everything is good with me.
That's one thing I'm loving about how life is going for me right now. Is like you definitely get some hiccups. You definitely have some stuff that randomly comes up, but just go ahead and shell that bread out to fix it, and that's it. On to the next one. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. I don't know if J every day is in the cloud, but this is something that I really wanted to get you guys' opinion about. This is something that came across my purview. And so, Ma, you watched the BET Awards?
Yes, I did. It's the
What
first time I
overall?
watched it. It's the first time I watched it in some years. My wife always watch it. I never sit down there and watch it with her. I'd be doing something else. But this the first time we was in the front room. She was like, "Oh, the BET Awards on," and I started watching it with her, and I watched the whole thing from beginning to end.
What did you think overall?
I think it was pretty dope. I think it was pretty good. I think overall it was pretty good. Drewski did a great job. It was funny. Everything. I think all the awards and all the performances was great. My two best performances was Tiana open the show and that girl. I don't know her name. I think her name Timmy or Tammy or something like that. She sang that song
Tim's?
"I Don't Need You." Uh,
Tim's?
I think it's probably is her name. I'm probably butchering it. But them was the two best performances to me overall.
We're talking about her.
Let me see. Yeah, her. Yeah, that's her. That's her.
Yeah, Tim's is dope. Tim's is dope. So I wanted to get you guys' opinion about this. So I want to play this video first, and I'm going to play another video afterwards.
Hmm. And the question I had can go with that too, and go with the BET Awards because that's where I really got it from.
Yeah, I was watching it myself, and I thought the BET Awards I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was entertaining the whole way, almost the whole way through. I had a
Hmm.
lot of stuff that I disagreed with, but it's not against the idea of being entertaining. So it was very entertaining the whole way through, for sure. I agree with you. All right, so let's play this, and this is from Drewski's channel. This is from the BET channel, so I don't think we'll get copywritten for this, but let's go ahead and play it.
Every legend starts with a dream.
Get y'all ass up. It's time to dance. Damn it, Tito! How many times have I say it's 1-2 step?
The untold story of Joe Jackson.
But we just want to play with the other kids.
You ain't regular kids, man. Jackson 5. Wake up, dance. Go to sleep, dance. Fix your face, man. On the top.
5, 6, 7.
Didn't I tell y'all? Practice the steps. It's step, snap, step.
Dad, I thought it was step, clap, step.
Childhood is nothing without fatherhood.
What are you doing, Joe? You can't keep doing this, Joe.
Somebody gotta teach these boys how to be a man.
I'm tired, Joe. Those boys are tired, Joe.
Well, you can leave.
If I'm leaving, I'm taking my boys with me.
Ain't nobody taking my boys out this house.
A father's love has no limits.
Why can't we go and play with the kids in the park?
Yeah.
Ain't no playing no kids in the park. Michael! Get back here!
Life in the 1960s, where you could get away with just about anything.
How was school, Jackie?
It was good. I finally started passing my classes again.
Jackie got a girlfriend.
Ain't y'all worried about selling records?
Calm down, Joseph. You're scaring the boys.
Talking about hit records. Who done made a hit record in this house? Hit record! Y'all gonna make a new life for me.
I'm tired of dancing.
You want me to take this belt off? Fix your face, Michael, before I fix it for you. The boys are staying!
Those are my boys!
The boys are staying!
My boys!
Follow his rise. Understand his genius.
Get back in here. It's time for rehearsal.
Experience his greatness.
Y'all gonna arrest me for doing my job? Okay, so y'all trying to take old Joe out the house for whooping my boy's ass. It's showtime. Woo! I gave y'all all I got.
Joe.
Joe, can we get ice cream after this?
Coming to theaters this fall.
My fault. Yo, Desiree, what's good?
Desiree, what's happening? How you doing?
Before I get to the next video, which is a real question that I have, and we're kind of actually asking the same question. Well, I had that question as well when I saw it, but what did you think about that video?
I promise you, you just showed me that. I thought that was a real movie. I seen a glimpse of it. No, I'm not lying. I'm not kidding. I saw a glimpse of it on my timeline. I'm like, damn, Joe Jackson coming out with a movie now after Michael. I kept strolling because I really didn't. I ain't get two shits about it. But I thought that was a real movie until you say, and I'm looking. I'm like, that's fucking Drewski. The man don't miss. I don't care what you say. You can say whatever you want to say about him. You can say he probably do this, he do that. The nigga don't miss. He don't miss. He give everybody shots and he do not miss. I don't see how you can be mad at it, how you can do whatever. He just don't miss. He don't miss.
Okay, cool. I agree. I think Drewski is a living legend. Like,
Hold on.
I think Drewski.
I can't say legend because when you say legend, you need a little bit more, under your belt. You need a little more age and stuff like that. We can't be like you know how you always say words matter. I think he's too young to be talking about a legend right now.
Okay, now I've actually had this thought in my head about something you said. You said that same thing about Michael B. Jordan. Well, I think it was the time when Black Panther came out. I said Michael B. Jordan was a legend, right? And you said he needed a little bit more resume. He needed a little bit more under his belt.
Yeah.
At that point, he had already been acting for 20 years.
I understand.
He was in The Wire.
I understand. I get you. I'm not okay. I just want a little pushback because when you say legend come with age too. It's like you just can't call everybody OG. OG come with time, wisdom, all that. You need age underneath your belt to become these things too. Even though you did what you did, it gotta age well. Stuff has to age well for you to be called legend, G, all that other stuff to me in my book. That's just how I think about it.
I don't disagree. I want you to know that I don't disagree.
Okay.
However, The Wire is one of the staple series for a lot of people.
Understand?
It's still held in high regard, even 20 years later, 25 years later.
I get no pushback. Get no pushback. I just think there's a little bit more age that need to be put on you. But I understand where you're coming from.
All right, so this part goes shoot. Okay, so we'll get to this. I want to play this next thing because the question I have for you guys pertains to this particular video I'm about to play. I don't have it up. Oh, here it is. All right. I'm going to play this and I want to get you guys' thoughts.
Never attend the BET Awards again. Drewski completely trampled on the dignity of my brother, Michael Jackson. I was there solely to support Tiana. But when that absurd skit played on the big screen, I was sitting right in the front row, forced to watch an actor in old age makeup, waving a belt and shouting, mocking my brother. Did they really think that was funny? In a bid to generate buzz for the show, they turned a nightmare our family actually lived through into fodder for cheap laughs. That wasn't some fictional scene from a horror movie. It was a trauma that haunted Michael his entire life. Many people have asked me why I didn't react in the moment. I didn't laugh because my family's trauma is not a tool for entertaining an audience. Nor did I get angry because I refused to give them the cheap clicks and attention they were seeking. After the ceremony, I posted only a photo with Tiana because I wanted the focus to remain on a young woman who truly loves her art.
Okay, so Desiree got to the part of the question. Well, part of the things I was going to acknowledge with this, right? So she said she agrees with you, Ma, what you're saying about people, what it requires for somebody to be a legend. We all agree here, right? She said this Janet is AI. I'm not denying that, right? I'm not denying that. I'm about 65-35 to say that this is AI, right? That's not my concern. I also think about while I'm watching this video, the fact that Janet was not represented at all in the Michael movie.
She didn't want nothing to do with it.
And that's why a part of the reason why I brought this clip up, because that if she didn't want to have nothing to do with the movie, but then this video also pops up talking about how she is against what Drewski did. The two align. So, but my question is, let's just assume that this is a real video, right? This isn't against Janet necessarily. But my question is, because somebody out there has had this before. Somebody has thought this. I'm never going there again because this happened. If this were a real video, what do you think about her response? Of course, now I want to say people can do whatever they want to do. We know that. But do you think that this would be a warranted response to what Drewski did at the BET Awards?
It's however she feels. You can't tell her how to feel about anything. We already know comedy gonna get a lot of laughs. People that really don't give a fuck about it, and then somebody that's gonna be offended. That's the couple people that's offended. If Janet was offended by the comedy, so you can't tell her how to react or whatever about something that triggered her or trauma her. That's her response. I have no comment on how she responded. Period. Because a lot of things might be funny to you, but then a lot of things might be funny to me. But then when it gets to you, you be like, I didn't think that was funny because of something you went through in your life. So I don't have no comment or I have no comment on if it was real or not real. But if we know it's AI, how can we really really? I understand when you're trying to get to what ifs, but how can you really if it's AI and then you know it's AI because Janet don't make posts. Janet don't come on nothing. You don't see Janet. Only time you see Janet is she's out with her kids or with her husband or whoever she with. But Janet don't make posts. Janet don't make videos and stuff like that. When have you ever seen Janet Jackson make a video about anything?
The last video I heard her make, I seen her make was when she was talking about how she was pregnant. which was years ago.
See what I'm saying? So how can you really like have an opinion on it when you know it's probably AI no matter what, because you can tell a lot of things from people when you hear people start a video just pop up of people that don't talk, that don't get on the internet explaining or defending themselves about nothing. They let that shit just run. Just like Jay-Z. People were so up in arms about Jay-Z and his freestyle because Jay-Z do not say anything about anything. He just keep it moving. He do what he do. He ain't coming up to clear up nothing. He not trying to justify nothing. He just does what he does. He don't give a fuck what you say about it.
Desiree said Janet doesn't talk like this. She lies very soft spoken, and this voice is that AI rhythm sound. Now I want to clarify with this conversation. I'm majority believing that this is AI. I'm removing in my mind. I'm removing the person, and I'm addressing the mindset. So you can put any person in this same situation. It can be whoever it is, whatever your favorite celebrity, your favorite people that you follow, whatever the case. Put them in this picture and them saying this. What would you think? So Desiree also said Janet and the kids didn't want nothing to do with that movie. If real is warranted, that is her family, that is her family, that is her family they are laughing at.
And that's what I'm saying. So you can't, to me, how can you have an opinion if she didn't really like the jokes? That's like if a joke was said about me and I laugh at anything, but I didn't laugh at that because I didn't think that was funny because maybe it might have triggered something in me. So how could you get mad at her for not want to laugh at a joke? It's a lot of jokes that people don't laugh at. A lot of people laugh. Thing.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
A lot of people laugh at dark humor, but a lot of people don't think dark humor is that funny sometimes.
And that's the thing. It's okay. I didn't specify this. Some people will do this and they'll say, I'm never going to this place again because of this that transpired. Never going to the BET Awards entirely again because of what the joke Drewski made.
Okay, what's wrong with that?
But how can you boycott? Okay, I think it's extreme. The mindset is extreme. I think never going to a particular venue, in this case, the BET Awards again because of the joke Drewski made is, you can do that. Of course, you can do whatever you want to do as long as it's legal and not hurting anybody. However, the BET Awards has a different host every year. What if the next year they have a host that is somebody that you actually like? And people are, I've said this on this podcast. I said this multiple times. Comedy, there's no better. There's no better form. There's no better media to normalize the abnormal than comedy. And when it comes to the conversation, it's like, okay, ignore that. That was one particular aspect of the show in its entirety. The show was like 2 hours long. That clip that we just played was 2 minutes. What about what? Okay, you went there according to the again. I'm removing the person and I'm addressing the mindset. You went there to support the person that you went there to support. Cool. What if the person that you went there to support is the host next year? Desiree said, I didn't mean she lies. I am Desiree said she's by the pool. Get I have a lawn chair that has an umbrella. I'll send you the link when I find it while we have these some at some point in the show. I'm gonna send it to you. It's beautiful. It has a footrest. It has the drink holder, umbrella above you, fully reclines. I'm gonna send it to you, Desiree. Desiree said, I wouldn't want people laughing at dramatic times from my childhood. Listen, This story is like 40 years old.
But you still telling somebody how they can react about something that happens to them, bro. You're not hearing what you're saying.
I am, and I'm saying exactly what it is that you're saying that I'm saying. It's 40 years old.
But still, how
you just got $100 million from
it don't
the
matter.
man that
How
you
can you
were married
tell
with.
somebody how to react though, bro? You tripping. You sit up here telling her how she can feel about something was said.
I'm standing on it. I know exactly what it is you're saying. You can't tell people how to react to this, to the things that they experience or whatever. No, that's what it is. That's what it is. This is you ain't new to the comedy scene. You ain't new to the fact that people make fun of the situations. This is a public situation. This is a public dramatization.
So that's okay.
To make jokes,
okay,
yes.
Okay. You're right. So now let's go to Charlie Kirk. So if somebody go ahead and start making fun of Charlie Kirk when it's like 10, 20 years later, that's okay.
10, 20 years later, yes.
That's not okay. That's how you feel. I can't tell you how you feel because then I'm doing the same thing you're doing. I don't think so. I totally disagree. You can feel how you want to feel. It don't matter how long it takes. That's just my opinion on it.
People can feel how they want to feel. Yes. However, there are two sides to that particular coin. You can feel how you want to feel, and the viewers can feel how they want to feel. Just like the conversation we were having last week was common sense isn't common. Common sense is subjective. Comedy isn't comedy is subjective. Just like you said at the beginning of your speech, some people can, different people have different things that they find funny. Some people might not find dark humor funny. I find sarcastic humor incredibly funny. So, and again, to your point, I do not find making jokes about death as what it is that you just, what it is you said, unless it's completely clever. I do not find jokes about death funny. Whereas when somebody's making sarcastic humor like Drewski did, whenever a kid started talking, Joe Jackson scooted back in his seat, started taking off his belt like he's going to whoop somebody. That's funny. I think, this particular mindset represents a lot of people, and there's nothing new about the lengths that comedians will go to make a joke. And every time Drewski puts something out, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do this, because of how people are going to feel. Every time. He made the obviously the Erica Kirk one. Allegedly, he didn't admit it one way or the other. The Erica Kirk one. He made the one where it was slaves in Europe or something like that. He made the one where one of my favorite ones when he was making fun of white people in America. No matter what, complaints. No matter what. So what he's supposed to just listen to? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see.
Hold up. Let's go back. You just said no matter what complaints, but we talked about the goddamn Super Bowl, and I was saying the same thing, and you was going against me on that, bro.
What did I say?
Because I was telling you,
honest question.
I was telling you that the dude tried to make everybody inclusive, and we still had complaints about it when he tried to spread love, but y'all still was complaining about it.
My standpoint on that was different than what you're saying right now.
But you still got a complaint on it when she said she didn't want, like, if she has her opinion, like, you trying to force her to like it. That's what you're trying to say, really.
I'm not saying like it, no. I'm saying understand that this is what comes with comedy. The Jackson story is public knowledge.
But you don't have to like it.
I'm saying understand it.
She don't got to understand it either. That's her. She don't have to understand.
Okay, and I validated that from the start. She don't got to like it. She don't got to, and if she chooses to, she don't got to understand it. But she's not new to the comedy scene. The whole Jackson story is public knowledge. People are going to do what they're going to do. Comedians are going to do what they're going to do. even no, I'm sorry. I said my favorite scene that he did was the white people in America. My favorite scene was when he did the red bottoms in the black church. When he's talking about impregnate. I'm saying like she can feel how she want to feel. I'm just saying like this is what everybody. Drewski is like almost like a live action version of Family Guy. He talks about everybody. He talks about everybody. It's not like a lot of people would do when I find this particular niche and I'm going to keep tacking and I'm going to keep tacking. I'm going to keep tacking, going to keep talking about making all of these different things about this particular family or this particular situation or these particular people specifically. No, he's talking about everybody. He's talking about everybody. Again, I want to clarify on the playback. I truly believe majority of me, I truly believe that this is AI. I'm just talking about the mindset. It's a joke.
Hey, we all got freedom of speech, but you don't got freedom from consequence. So you can say what you want to say, but it's still consequence behind everything you say, joke or not. So don't be crying about the consequences of what you say or how you joke. Because some people can't fuck with it or don't want to fuck with it. And that's their thing if they don't want to. Just live with the consequences behind it. Just like we get on here. Right. We say stuff all the time. And if somebody don't like what we said, it's still consequences behind that. As long as we ain't try to be malicious, it still could be some consequences. People can't fuck with us. It can be a consequence. So just because Drewski doing jokes and he's saying it's a joke, a lot of people like to hide behind jokes, but sometimes jokes is true too. Yeah, a lot of people like to say jokes. Like a lot of people like to say, "Oh, I'm just joking. I'm just joking." Nigga, it's a lot of truth in jokes.
A lot of people say that specifically comedians, there's at least a little bit of truth in every joke that you make.
It's a lot of bit of truth.
A lot of bit of truth, a little bit, middle bit, whatever the case. There's some truth to whatever degree. I just think in this case, the mindset to completely devoid yourself from the BET Awards, that you can do that. That's fine. You can do that. Absolutely. You don't never have to go again. You can unsubscribe from BET. You can call your cable channel and tell them that you don't want BET on your cable subscription. You can tell everybody that you know in your life to never go to the BET Awards again. Oh, shoot. We got a legend. We got a legend in the chat. We got a legend. Hold up. This person is my homie, just like Maul is my homie. A very profound individual. And I look forward to hearing his thoughts on almost everything that we talk about that he's presenting to us. Ladies and gentlemen, J every day. Hold up. Let me get you. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Yeah, give me a round of applause. I appreciate that.
Here we go.
Yeah, I need that. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
What's going on, bro?
What's happening, bro? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm good money.
Good.
What's good, bro? Are you have you been listening to what you've been talking about, or are you?
No, I was moving around. Yeah, I need to be caught up.
So basically, did you see the Drewski skit about Joe Jackson?
Yeah, I seen bits and parts. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing, but I did get bits and parts earlier before you sent it. Like, it's been out for about a week or so, right?
Yeah.
Or even more, maybe a week and a half.
So essentially, it was a bit about how abusive Joe Jackson was to the Jacksons.
Right.
And saying again that I believe it's AI. Janet Jackson responded to the video talking about how she's never going to the BET Awards again because that moment in life was tragic for her and her family and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm removing Janet Jackson herself from the equation, and I'm addressing the mindset of I'm never going to go here. It can be a restaurant, it can be a store, it can be location, wherever. I'm never going back to this particular whatever because of what I experienced with this person. Do you think that that is valid?
Yeah, I think that's valid. If you had a bad experience or whatever, or it was something that totally you know when you say you're removing Janet Jackson from the this whole thing, but in general, like if you talking about a store or an event or something, yeah, I mean, if I had a bad experience, I mean, Janet Jackson don't come to these things anyway, but if I had a bad experience somewhere, yeah, I wouldn't come back. I'm not one of those people who like go back and give them a second try. I don't second try a lot of things. So like you got one time really to like impress me. And even if you've been impressing me and you kind of fuck up, then I'm probably not gonna come back either.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not necessarily disagreeing with, because both of you said the same thing essentially, that like, yeah, it's a valid thought process. Cool. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with that. I'm looking at it from the thought process of that is an experience that you had with that one individual. And Janet Jackson was there. She presented the Lifetime Achievement Award to, I'm sorry, whatever it was, the award that she presented to Tiana Taylor, which that's a different conversation in itself, to Tiana Taylor. So what if next year the person that you went there to support, that the award that you presented the award to, is the host next year, and Drewski won't even be there?
What they got to do with anything? She don't want to go
because of what Drewski did.
It don't matter. It don't matter what nobody did. She don't want to go. She don't have to go nowhere. She don't want to go.
I think it's because BET was okay with it. It's like it's not necessarily that about Drewski. I'm pretty sure like he had to okay it with BET. You know what I mean? So BET was, I mean, again, if this is not AI, but if it were real, he would have had to okay it with BET. That means BET was on board with it. That means BET was okay with publicly shaming, Joe, the Jackson family.
But to me, it don't even matter if BET was with her or not. If she don't want to go, she don't have to go.
I'm not saying that she should go. I'm saying, like I've said that multiple times, she can, if she doesn't want to go, then she can do that.
Yeah, but you're saying, okay, say what you said again.
I'm saying the experience that you have with one particular individual doesn't necessarily represent the entire conglomerate.
Shit, people do that all the time with black folks. Oh, so now we're gonna act like we ain't been saying this on these podcasts about black folks all this time. Am I lying or am I tripping? Let me know if I'm tripping or not.
No, I'm not disagreeing.
So we got a problem with this, but we don't have a problem with people talking about black fatigue and all this other shit because a couple black people. I want to know if I'm tripping or not.
Shoot. No, I mean that's the case on both ends.
People been saying black fatigue all this time, talking about black folks this, black folks that, and I'll be coming over here talking about it's not all black people, and I've been saying it for the last 3-4 shows, right? And now we're gonna sit up here and say, oh, you shouldn't hold that against all, because she don't want to do that.
And that's what you're proving my point right now. That's my point. Exactly what it is you're saying right now.
I still don't get, because she don't want to go to a show and she just want to just stay away from it. I don't get the problem with that. Just like if people don't want to deal with black, that's cool, but you ain't got to come over here down and everybody else black people. That's the only thing I have a problem with. You don't have to down everybody else because you had a few bad whatever you had with the what you call it.
That's the thing with Janet. That's what I'm saying with Janet.
I just think she can do what she want to do. She had whatever. She don't got to come if she don't want to.
Like,
you said that she should go. Huh?
It was a situation. I'm not sure, Spaces, if you've seen it. Maul, I'm sure you saw it. UPS driver chucks a box, boom, hit the dog in the face, right? With the box, dog was about to run up, hit and on the UPS driver. UPS driver hit him in the face. Boom. right? Now, I'm almost pretty sure that the owner of the dog probably no longer use UPS anymore. Now, I get it. You know what I mean? I've been in that position before. I get why the UPS driver did what he did, but he had a bad experience with, UPS and, well, the driver, which is one individual. So he has I would think he would no longer use UPS anymore just because he had a bad experience with, one individual. Sometimes that one individual represents the company.
Yeah,
And
and
that's
go ahead. No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
and I agree with that. And that's a lot of people's mindset. It's like the one incident that someone has with whatever it is, Walmart, you can go to Target, you can go to Home Depot, you can go to a tile company, a door company, real estate company, whatever the case. Apparently, the one incident that I had with this individual represents your entire company. So even though there's thousands of people in the equation, this one representation means that I'm never going to deal with the company again. And if that's what you think, that's cool. If not, if on a different mindset with me, this is my thought process. That is the experience that I had with that one individual. So I'm not going to judge all black people based off of the incident that I had with one black person or a couple black people. Go ahead, Mo.
I don't see nothing wrong with it, as long as you ain't out here bashing everybody or bashing the TV tour. Just say you don't go. And I don't have a problem with her saying, I just don't want to go no more. She ain't got no bad things to say. She ain't got no bad words to say. She just say, I don't want to go.
I think if she had something bad to say about it, I mean, that's her. Even if she did have something bad to say about, BET or the BET Awards, I think it's valid because did they get her approval to talk about her family? Right. So, I mean, I guess yeah. I mean, if it were one of our family, members or whatever, and somebody were to talk bad about your family, you wouldn't be like eager to go back and do business with them, would you? I mean, I think this is part of doing business, right? So you wouldn't be eager to go do business with somebody that was talking bad about your family, or you felt that they were talking bad about your family.
Me personally, I'm looking at it as jokes. I looked at the bit as jokes.
Can't joke with everybody though, right?
I looked at
because that's not our family, right? That's not our family. And I look at it like this. I mean, yeah, it's jokes. He beat the success in the people. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. He beat the success in the people. However, right, it was still and then here's the deal, right? People from that era.
You can't laugh at that. That's gonna hurt Janet Jackson's feelings.
She's no longer gonna tune into the KNoWKi podcast. It is what it is. Bitch, don't turn in. She don't tune in no way. But the way I look at it is that, like you said, it is jokes, but you got to be careful on who you joke with. And if it was abusive, if that was something that was abusive to them, you know what I mean? Like, it's a bit sensitive. Maybe they should have ran it past Janet Jackson, especially if she normally. I never really seen Janet Jackson at the BET Awards.
Facts. I did not say that. She don't be out. So she don't be around.
So she don't be at the BET Awards, and y'all felt the need to, like, the one time she do come is to play to do that. I mean, that's a bit strange.
Hey man, I say this all the time. I can talk about both of y'all. But if another motherfucker come to me talking about both of y'all like it's cool, nigga, it's not cool. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. That's still I know I might have said something. Vice versa. I done said this plenty of times with DXPH. I know he probably ain't gonna trip about what I'm about to say, but I said all the time. We all homies and we all cool. Every day, DXPH is real brothers. If they having some beef or whatever, guess what? I'm not choosing no sides. I'm not saying nothing because they real brothers. I stay the fuck out of that because that's family business. Because guess what's going to happen at the end of the day? I don't blame them. Both of Jay every day and DXPH going to gang up on me because that's how it goes. It's like with you and your wife. You might can go back and forth, but nigga, you better not say nothing to my wife. You better not jump in nobody's relationship. That's how it goes. So she can probably, and her family can probably talk about their family, about how their daddy beat their ass and beat the, how they say, beat the success in them. You feel me? But we better not say nothing because we're not part of that circle. That's just how it goes.
I think there's a little bit of, I hear you, and I don't disagree at all. I don't disagree at all. I think in that aspect, that is, I don't even know how to phrase it, but that's an illogical way to think. Drewski himself, hold on, let me see. I think I just saw on YouTube alone, he has 5 million subscribers, let alone TikTok, Instagram, all the other socials. People are going to have opinions, especially when your situation is public knowledge.
Yeah, but that's the one time that she came. And it's not about just Drewski. It's about BET okaying it. I'm pretty sure Drewski couldn't do anything and put on anything on stage or anything that he was going to do without BET okaying it. So this is shame on definitely on BET. Drewski, okay, he's a comedian, but to me, it's a bit insensitive, right? Given that Janet Jackson don't come to these shits. He don't come to these shits. I've never seen Janet at a BET award ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like poetic justice or some shit. So all I'm saying is it's insensitive to me because it's the, you know what I'm saying, her brother just, or whatever, it's a movie about a biopic or whatever about her brother or the Jacksons or whatever, and he happens to come to the BET award and then you're presented with Drewski doing a skit about your family. Like, everybody don't want to laugh about that shit. I can see if it was a time when she wasn't there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's make the joke when she's not there. But then it wouldn't even, I guess it wouldn't even really make sense.
I'm not disagreeing with y'all. I just think I like I said earlier, I'm real big on the protection of comedians and them being able to do what they do. I don't think that this was malicious. I thought it was just a bit to be funny. But Janet Jackson can feel how she want to feel.
But I don't.
But you say that might be AI. So if it's AI, all we doing is speculating anyway. But I would think, like, okay, Drewski's skit, right? Say, for instance, we had a Christian award show, right? You wouldn't play the Drewski skit talking about Christians, nah? That wouldn't been. That wouldn't have been. Maybe you would, but I'm pretty sure the people over that network or whatever, I don't know, the Christian network or whatever the fuck, they wouldn't play that. They wouldn't play that skit. That wouldn't be, because that to me would, I don't know. I mean, that would put them in a negative light as well. And to me, again, that's, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of in the air, but again, this is AI, so whatever.
Yeah. So we can close this out and move on to the next one. Mal, you got any closing thoughts?
Yeah, I don't like that sentiment that, like, you can give one particular group or anybody just free range to say whatever they want to say, because everything is due consequence. Because we give comedians like, oh, they're comedians, they can say no, they can't. You can't just talk about everything. And I don't think that. Everybody got freedom of speech, but you're not freedom of consequence. So say things that you say at your own risk. Motherfucker might get offended and mad. Hey, motherfucker might want to do something to you. You got to take that risk if you want to say what you want to say out your mouth. It is what it is with you and them. So I don't believe in comedians or anybody have the right to just say anything out your mouth because you think it's free speech. It's also freedom of consequence too. So you say what you say, and then somebody do something to you. They're gonna have to live with the consequences of what they did to you, just like what you had to live with the consequences of what you said that they did to you. If that makes sense, I probably said the same thing. But I think y'all get what I'm talking about.
So what consequences could Drewski face for the skit?
He could probably get an opportunity. He probably go in the boardroom for a movie, and guess what? People cool with Janet Jackson and say, hey, we don't want to fuck with you because you did that. So we ain't gonna say we're gonna say no to this. He can get a no, but he can go get a yes somewhere else. But he just won't fuck with them. And it's still cool either way.
Okay.
So you always be careful who you offend.
I think it could have been I think it could be a shaming ritual to the Jackson family, given that she was the only one there. It's just probably a shaming ritual, you know.
So was Jason? Go ahead, my fault.
No, Jerry, what you say all the time about be careful who you offend? What you say?
Yeah, that's it. Be careful who you offend.
Yeah, then just be careful who you defend. You can say whatever you want to say, but just know every decision and everything you say out your mouth has a consequence behind it.
Yeah,
Just
the
be ready
onus is
for it.
on the onus is on BET, man. Not so for me, not so much Drewski, right? He's gonna make skits or whatever, regardless. But BET, like whoever's in production, whoever's the producer over there, should have been like, "Nah, we're not gonna, no, we're not doing that." It's just
Everything falls down to worships that almighty dollar, man.
it is what it is.
Get
Man.
that bread.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for kicking with us. That was a great conversation. I don't like the fact that I can't talk to y'all as much as we normally do, as much as we used to. But I also love the fact that we can have some great conversations here on the KNoWKi podcast. So speaking of what Ma was saying about fatigue, this is something he sent to us.
No. I got a question from the BET Awards. We keep going. We're gonna go to that next.
Okay. All right, cool.
This is the question, right? Because you said about the Legend Awards and all that other stuff, right? And this is where I got this question from, because when Tiana Taylor got the award, she started crying because she met Janet Jackson. I wanted to ask both of you guys, is there anybody on God's green earth that when you finally met them or you first met them for the first time, you started crying?
Yeah. My mom, when I was born, started crying out the womb. Outside of that, and then the celebrity, nigga, I don't even like celebrities. I've been said this, you know what I'm saying? Since y'all niggas know, I don't really like these niggas. I don't give a fuck who you are. You know what I'm saying? I barely cry at funerals. If I cried at your funeral, I fucked with you. You see what I'm saying? But outside, no, I'm not really tearing up about no celebrities. You don't fuck about them niggas.
Faces?
I mean, have I ever done it? I've teared up, yeah. Admittedly, I hated that you asked this question because I didn't want to admit that, but yeah, it's happened before. I think even
you don't want to say who, or you cool?
I don't want to say who.
Okay.
I think it's dependent on how much that person has played an impact in a person's life. For instance, when I listen to oh my goodness, I gotta find the song. Oh my goodness, it was a rapper under, well, at least he was in association with Tech Nine. He made a song about suicide, and people in the comments were talking about this video saved my life. This saved my life. This song saved my life. And I've seen that on multiple different times where people said, yeah, I made it through whatever it is that I was going through because I came across this song. I came across you as an artist. So people have a real emotional attachment to certain things, specifically music. Music is emotional, so if a person is in poverty, full on poverty, living out the car, barely living out of the car, living on a bridge, they come across a person that said the thing that they needed to hear, and now they're a millionaire, you probably have an emotional attachment to meeting said person. So I'm not necessarily against it. However, there's a difference in having an emotional attachment to somebody versus putting them on a pedestal to make it seem like they're higher than people as humans. I also say that because, again, I was listening to Tech Nine for a long while. Finally met him in person, did a VIP for his concert, saw him on stage, and through Tech Nine's concerts, it was when I realized these people that we're putting on pedestals, they're just people. Literally just people with a certain aspect of creativity that garners a whole bunch of attention. So it depends, because we some people might say, no, it's never okay to cry when you're meeting somebody that a celebrity. But then people also recognize the fact that people were fainting when they saw Michael Jackson on stage. So for the most part, these people are just people. However, if you have a particular emotional attachment to whoever it is, I understand it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm on the same sentiment as you today. Ain't nobody walking God's green earth. I'm for the crowd when I meet you. I don't even put that much faith in people like that. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't put that much faith in people. Only people I put in faith is the people I can call. If I got your number or something like that, and I can reach out and touch you, give you a bro hug or something like that, yeah, I put my faith in that. But as far as like celebrities or just because of music, ain't got me fucked up. Ain't nobody walking God's green earth that can make me just start crying when I see them again. Or I see them. Like, nigga, the only person that can probably do that right now is if my mama come walk through the door. That's the only person I'll probably start tearing up for. Other than that, ain't nobody on God's green earth, especially if I don't know you. And like Jerry Day said, I can't see you and no Diddy pause, touch you or whatever like that, give you a hug and you not in my phone, it ain't nobody on God's green earth. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck how much money you made me. I don't give a fuck how much advice you gave me. It ain't nobody. Nobody. Not one. Not one. Because half of the time, when you meet these people that you say you so-called cry for, they're not the people you think they are. They flawed like a motherfucker. They all type of fucked up. They all type of everything. What you say? What they say? You never should want to meet your idols because it's gonna change everything you thought about them. Every fucking time it changed. You can't name me one person who ever met the person that they really adore and love like that, and when they meet them, it's the same feeling. No, it's not. They fuck niggas then, and they fuck women. So just keep it to like that. Huh?
Oh, no, those questions that ask you like, $10 million or dinner with Jay-Z.
$10 million.
$10 million, nigga. I don't give no fuck about no Jay-Z.
$10 million.
Jay-Z, Beyonce, God damn it.
And I really
Jobs, whoever.
I fuck with a lot of people, but it don't matter. I'm not, bro. I've met a couple people in my life, nigga, and I sit up there and shook my head and nodded just like any other brother, any other sister, and kept that shit moving. They had a lot of people around them, which is good because now I can do what I want to do without nobody in my fucking way.
Yeah. There ain't many people I fuck with, man. I don't know.
I don't fuck with celebrities and shit. Like, cause them niggas fall. Y'all know how I feel about celebrities and shit, man. I don't wish them no will, but fuck them.
You know, it's interesting that you bring this up. Because you have those guys from the Manosphere.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because, it was a point of time when, the Manosphere was busting. And a lot of those guys that come out that, they were kind of doing the opposite of what they say or that they claim that they were doing.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So it's interesting how hypocritical the guys could really be.
Bro.
And I mean, what's the dude?
Myron,
Myron Games. Yeah.
Abin Breach.
Yeah. Dude over here popping out 3, 4, 5 bras. Like, bro, what's wrong with you?
But it's also too, I think, dog, to be honest with you, you can't name me a social media influencer.
What up? Desiree, what up? I don't know if I
You can't name me a social media influencer that ain't flawed. You can't name me one. Of all the ones we got, something wrong with all the motherfuckers. Every last one of them. Something is wrong with every last one of them. Not why you don't get on here preaching like you perfect. Because everybody got a past they came from. Motherfucker wasn't just born in the money like you ain't do half of the shit you shaming other people for doing. But now since you got a little bit of money and you a little bit better, you don't do the shit no more. You gonna shame them now? Come on, man.
Thanks. I like ketchup on my chicken.
But that's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah.
So what do you think about what I said? Because we've referenced that, right? Because even when Bad Bunny did the Super Bowl, we talked about how Michael Jackson's Super Bowl was obviously more electric to people. Anybody can go on YouTube and see people being carried out of concerts by the fact that they just see Michael Jackson standing on stage not doing anything.
It was like that.
You think
Mike was like that.
Think they were doing too much?
Yeah, I think they're doing too much.
And Mike was just like that too, though. Mike was just like that.
Even then, like, nigga, stop all that.
Yeah, it is. But bro, you
need to use your cries up for the rest of about 10 years.
Hey,
you grown ass man crying for Michael Jackson. I don't give a damn, nigga. Like, I don't,
Jay
it
every
ain't
day.
shit Michael Jackson and said to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit a banger or whatever, that shit cold. Prince too. That's another nigga motherfucker be crying about. All this crying for these celebrities, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here.
But Jay
He
every
did
day. You forget one good thing, one critical thing. Where we from?
from Chicago.
Okay, do we do that shit?
No, I don't. We don't get
Nigga, we
hyped up
gonna
about
ask you, do you want our autograph? Right or wrong?
No, for sure.
Okay, so you can't. That's why we always say it's everybody else, and then it's Chicago niggas. We totally different. Even though I was born in Florida, nigga, I'm still a Chicago nigga. It's just totally different here. It's different.
We was walking
you
in
know,
Forest
you know.
Park.
Huh?
We walking in Forest Park, me and my bro, right? DHPX, right? We walking down, and I tell the story. We walking, and I see, no, he sees Twister in one of the bars. It was Twister, legit. He like, hey, did I go Twister? Well, I said, I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah. So, like, what I'm supposed to do? Walk up to him, you know, give me out. I don't give a fuck about, dude.
I don't
Let's
want
go
no
to the car.
picture. I don't want no autograph.
Oh.
I don't want shit. Nigga, matter of fact, you need to move the fuck around because you're drawing
Yeah.
too much attention to our spot, and I can't do what the fuck I want to do now because you got all these people over here.
Man, first of the month, rent is due. You know what I mean? All this crying and stuff over these celebrities. I don't get it personally, you know, but whatever.
So not even if that particular celebrity is a person that's influential to what it is that you're trying to do?
As of right now, no. You know what I'm saying? I can't, you know, you maybe 10 years from now, you ask me this question again, maybe I didn't cry. But as far as the 41 years I've been alive, it ain't been like a celebrity enough, influential enough for me, like that I'll be like, I have an emotional attachment to. You know what I mean? Like I look at them as just people on TV or people on the internet now. But outside of that, like, you know, once we're done with this podcast, we go off and we go do our real, you know, our own thing. Like, I don't really focus. I really don't even like talking about these niggas because, like, and I said it because it's like they're in their own culture, right? They're in their own world. You know, we talk about LeBron James or the Michael Jordans or whoever it is. They're in their own world. You know, they live a whole different life. Yeah, they may be black like us, or you know, or maybe experience certain things that we've experienced, but they don't live the same, you know, day-to-day life that we live, the hustle and the grind. You know, and I mean that's not no knock on them. You know, they've been successful, but I mean, I just feel like they really can't relate. You know, so it's not much that a Michael Jordan even, and that's probably my favorite celebrity is Michael Jordan. Grew up watching him, right? Got plenty of his shoes, but there ain't much that a Michael Jordan can say. What can he say to me? You know what I mean? Like
He's so
trying.
out of touch. He's so rich. It don't matter. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm with you on that. 100%. I agree with totally what you just said.
Right. I mean, anything inspirational, I could get it in the book. Really, I could get a lot of, you know, somebody said something to me. I'm pretty sure I've read it in a book. There's a philosopher that, you know, like if Jesus come back, I start crying. It's time to go.
But no, I feel totally the same way. I get most of my inspiration from my guys around me. They make me better. Us doing better, and just feeding off each other, it makes me better as a human being. So all that celebrity shit, like I always say, if I can't call you because I need some advice or something like that, nigga, I'm not finna be crying about nothing, not. I like to call people. I like to be able to, hey, man, I need to chat up with you. Like, you free right now? Let's go get some lunch or something. Let's go do, like, we finna have a cigar session right now. Nigga, that's what I live for. We finna have good conversations in a few minutes.
So what do you guys say to what is that I said earlier? If that particular celebrity is influential to a person changing their life?
To me, and I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from, but to me, that's not that person. That was something they went through, and they just shared their experience with you or whatnot like that. That don't mean that they God, Jesus, or anybody special. Everybody go through experiences, and they share them with you, and it inspires you to do something different or something better because you see somebody else somebody else that went through the same thing you went through, and they came out on the side. So now it influenced you that you can do the same thing, and I can get through it too because you got through it. It's just we all humans. It's just that we go through different things, and we inspire people to do different things. And I don't think that they're special. It's just that they wrote some or they had a song that was kind of special. That's it.
I'm taking this outside of the realm of music, right? I'm taking this into the realm of somebody saying a particular Ma, you and me, we into investing in stocks. Mm-hmm. The Trapper Wall Street tell you, I think you should invest in this.
Yeah.
You invest in it and it hit, and now all of a sudden, off of you buying 10 shares or whatever it is, all of a sudden you're a millionaire.
Hey, appreciate you.
You ain't gonna.
Hey, appreciate you, Trapper. I love you, my nigga, but I ain't crying. Appreciate you though. Appreciate you, my nigga. Why? What's up, Waldy? I appreciate you. Yeah, but I ain't crying though. No, I ain't crying. No, I'm not. I'm not doing that. I appreciate you though.
I think you can be elated. I think you can be elated when it comes to that or whatever.
Yeah, I love, my nigga. I got mad love for you. I appreciate it. I appreciate all that because he was one of the ones that got me into what I'm into. He's one of the ones that I invest and move kind of certain way I move, and I appreciate him for that. But am I gonna cry if I ever meet him? Nigga, I'm gonna dap him up just like he one of the homies. What's happening, my nigga? Trap, what's going on?
Yeah, I think if you crying, and look, I don't be insensitive, but if you crying, you need to tighten up. Always, man, tighten up, man. You crying, you mean motherfuckers, tighten up, man. Go back to the drawing board.
Hey, you want me to tell you what brought a few tears to my eyes? And people gonna sit up here and go crazy about it. And it goes with me, and I don't know if nobody else would ever feel. I think other people feel this if you got a family. On Father's Day, right? We going there taking me out to breakfast. Guess what everybody in my house do? Drive their own cars because we got to do something else. Guess what that's a representation of? Me working hard as hell that everybody in my family is driving their own car because they got to do something after we go to breakfast. Guess what I almost do? Start tearing up.
He almost used one of his crash for drives.
So what am I sitting up here crying for another nigga for when I'm gotta cry with my family?
That's true. Crying over niggas is crazy. I didn't even think about that like that, Mom. Crying over a nigga is wild. That's a different perspective. I wasn't even ready for.
But you see what I'm saying? This is something that you got to go through it to understand what I'm talking about. But people don't understand that when you start seeing that you're working hard to where your family don't have to worry about stuff that you just took off their plate and it's on your plate. So not everybody got their own whatever and they just doing their own little thing. Even though they still was coming out there to celebrate me, they still had to go out to celebrate their grandfathers and all that other stuff. So we had to go out separate ways out. So we ain't gonna all drive in one car, but everybody drove in their own car. And it's a telltale because I cover everything else. So you got money to go do whatever the fuck else you want to go do. But that's just something that I know it might sound small and people it might hit you when you think about it later. But just imagine that though. That everybody else is just doing whatever, and it's so much because of you though. I don't want to just say it like I'm the no. It's because I work hard, so they don't have to.
Okay. I want to ask you guys. Y'all got me dying right now.
But niggas crying over niggas is wild though.
Yeah, do that.
You're a wild boy if you're out crying over a nigga, bro.
Yeah, man. Tighten up, man.
Yeah.
What if?
Hey, and guess what? If you did cry over a nigga, don't tell nobody. Keep that to yourself, bro. Keep that to yourself. That's one you take to the grave with you. Don't tell nobody else that, okay? Keep that to yourself. Yeah. That's the mess for the day. If you cry over a nigga, keep that to yourself. Especially if you don't know him and that ain't your brother or nothing. That ain't your homie, your best friend. You keep that to yourself.
It don't even matter. It don't even matter. You say
what?
It don't even matter the level of nigga that you crying over. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be Bill Gates, it could be R. Kelly, it could be P. Diddy. Like why are you crying?
Especially if that's not your father, your uncle, your brother. That's nobody related. And you sit up here crying.
You crying, right?
Crying over a nigga is crazy. Hey, man, that's the name of this pod. Crying over a nigga is crazy. So if you out there crying over niggas, man, hey, go in the mirror and talk to yourself, bro. Tighten up.
Y'all crazy, bro.
Huh?
Y'all crazy.
and then you use one of your cries for the nigga that you don't even know, neither. That's crazy. Now you out of cries. Now you out here walking around like you tough as shit because you didn't use your cries.
Save them cries up, bro.
Yeah,
You
man.
gonna need them. Like you
Yeah,
crying
shit
in
gonna
every.
happen.
You crying in every instance, you know what I'm saying? Like that, nobody takes you serious. This nigga's
Yeah.
always crying. Every time we go out, we see niggas. You know what I'm saying? We see LeBron James niggas crying. He saw Kobe, he crying. You know what I
Hey,
mean? And I ain't gonna
nigga
lie,
said,
Kobe when Kobe died, almost it hit me, and I was like, boy, almost. I say, boy, look, I don't even know this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I had to think about it. Like I don't know.
you
This
almost used the cry,
dude.
B?
Yeah, I almost used the cry. I was at the it hit me. I said, I don't know, dude, man, but I feel sorry for him, man.
Yeah.
I can't use no more of my cries for that, man. You know what I'm saying? Plus it was
You
COVID. So
get two at your expense.
look, it was but it was COVID and people was, real life people I knew was dying. So like, I can't use it on Kobe. It is, man. No disrespect. I fucks with him. I can't use my cries on Kobe, though.
Oh my God, y'all crazy, bro. Yeah, I'm with him on that though. I'm not crying over you, B. Like I say, I look at it just different. Because if you're not in my phone and I can't call you, I can't reach out and all that, like I'm not really like you don't really get none of my emotions. I might feel sorry for the situation and what happened, but my emotions really it's for people that's in my phone that can get in touch with me.
Look, man, Aaliyah died August 25th, 2000, man. I was 15 years old. And I remember when I heard the news, man, because I thought I was going to marry Aaliyah, right? And I tried to force myself to cry.
You tried to force yourself to cry?
Yeah, boy, I couldn't cry. Like, damn, she wasn't the one.
Oh, you thought you was going to marry Aaliyah?
Oh, that was my celebrity crush, absolutely.
Was it over what you call her?
Oh, Melinda Williams?
Oh, yeah, Bird.
Yeah, over Melinda Williams?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Leah was that one back in the day. But yeah, I couldn't cry over her, so there you go.
OG, what's happening? My bad. Cultivate, what's happening too? I forgot to speak to you, I think.
Happening, guys. Oh, no, OG, I was just joking about the ketchup on the chicken. Maul know the joke. We was talking about that. I personally think you eating ketchup, you childish. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, ketchup is for kids. Okay?
So you eat ketchup on your fries?
That's for kids. You know what I'm saying? We eating barbecue sauce or some
and
more
mild
sauce.
sauce?
Yeah, mild sauce, stuff like that.
Hot honey? The hot honey?
All that. Anything except ketchup. Ketchup is for kids. Them is for children.
That's just Jeremy Davis.
Yes, that's just me. That's for children, right? They get kids ask for ketchup. That's for kids. Now, sometimes I get it. Sometimes grown adults, they don't grow up out of that. You know what I mean? They want to look ketchup. I understand. But
So you don't eat ketchup on your fries from McDonald's or nothing?
Yeah, McDonald's. Oh, man. If I get a filet of fish about it or not, man. I'm not a ketchup person though, for real. I don't. It's something about the smell.
Hey, boy, I'm not gonna lie to you. I saw this meme the other day and I thought about you because the niggas say, boy, I don't know no grown adults. You might don't eat McDonald's, nigga, but you gonna eat a McDonald's filet of fish, and I don't give a fuck what type of fish it is. I'm gonna eat me a McDonald's filet of fish, dude.
All the rest of that meat, that shit there is sketchy, but
but for filet of fish, I'm gonna bang one of those in there.
Yeah, and make it a double. Actually.
Hey, how you know he had a double?
Yeah, make it a double. A little bitty
extra
ass.
tartar sauce.
Yeah, extra tartar. You know what I'm saying? It's because that sounds crazy. We don't. Matter of fact, don't even break. Hey, don't talk about no tartar sauce on this show, man.
White and creamy.
White and creamy. It's crazy, man.
Hey, you remember we was out too, and I said that, and both our wives looked at us. I say that's a joke, man. You don't know nothing about that, man. Y'all business. That's a joke for the chat. You're not coming in the chat either. That's a joke for the chat. Hey, come on, man. Move on. You just spent 20 minutes up there just laughing at me and Jay every day. Come on, brother. Get it together, man. Get it together, brother. Get it together.
Comedy.
Facts. Oh, shit.
Oh, I'm
That
gonna
nigga
tell
is
y'all right
crying
now.
real tears, bro.
Nah, he ain't crying. He not crying.
Yeah, he ain't crying over 2 niggas.
Two? Oh my goodness. 2 niggas, 1 cry.
Oh shit! You just used up both of your cries already today. You ain't got no more cries for 6 months. Spaces, you just used up both of your shits, B. You can't cry no more for 6 months.
Y'all crazy, bro. Oh
Yeah, man.
my god. Oh my god. Oh, she said, "Ma, seeing the fruits of your labor." Oh. Whew. I was trying to find a clip for the next topic, bro. I just want y'all to know, if y'all see me randomly busting out in laughter, I'm thinking about this particular segment.
Hey, boy, me and Jay every day got so many insiders, boy. Motherfuckers be looking at us like we crazy. Hey,
Okay.
you remember we was at work one day and I say we was in the office and I say that nigga like beats or something like that. You just cried out.
Yeah, man. I know. Yeah.
He had to
That's
leave the
definitely.
office. He laughed. He had
Yeah.
to leave. He said, "Boy, you wild, what?"
Yeah. You'll see him tomorrow.
Oh shit, man.
Okay. We probably should have got to that topic as the ending subject to break up all the monotony of all of the crazy stuff that's going on. Thank you guys for kicking in with us. This is your favorite after church podcast and KNoWKi podcast. Like, share this with 2 people and let them know that your favorite after church podcast is alive. We're having some great conversation here. So the before last, Maul mentioned, fatigue. And the a lot of conversation around socials right now is about the idea of Black fatigue, right? So Maul sent this to us, if I can find it. All right, Maul sent this to us, and he said, well, Maul, you can ask your question once we get to it. Right here. All right, let's check it out. Let's get into it. This is more serious. Unless y'all find a way funny. All right.
Brandon Watt beat him yesterday. I'm about to show you an image of what White looked like immediately after the assault, and a warning that some might find this image hard to look at. The assault left White with a broken nose, broken eye socket, and stitches over his ears.
I saw him laying in that bed and it didn't look real, to be honest. It was terrible.
I spoke with 2 of White's daughters. They stayed with him overnight, taking turns to check on White in the emergency department. They tell me that Watt had been harassing their dad for weeks. Police tell me that's something they're investigating.
My father is 70 years old. He did not deserve this. And he will give you the shirt off his back. He goes to work every day. He loves his animals. He loves his wife. They've been married for over 20 years. And he's lived in Newark 18 years. Yeah. Nothing like this ever happened to my father.
I stopped by the Newark Police Department and spoke with Chief Gonzalez. He told me that Watt cooperated until he found out he was going to jail. And that in addition to the assault charges, Watt also faces 1 count of endangering the welfare of a child, since police say he had his daughter with him at the time of the assault. The chief tells me he's not ruling out that it could be racially motivated, but in order to confirm, he needs to speak with White once he's healthy enough to make a statement.
There's really still hate out there, and people really solely just hate because you're Black. And that's the sad part. We should all, the way the world is set up right now, like everybody needs help, everybody needs love, and everybody needs family. Like we shouldn't be just going on somebody's property and abusing them.
This is where Johnny White's family says Brandon Watt beat him yesterday. I'm about to show you an image of what White looked like immediately after the assault, and a warning that some might find this image hard to look at.
All right. Ma, you posed this to us. What did you want to ask us? What did you want to talk about?
Yeah, I just want to talk about, like, as a whole, right? Where is the fatigue at on this right here, right? Because we said we got fatigue for everything and, Black fatigue. And I don't even think it's really Black fatigue. I think it's just like hate behavior. it should be fatigue behavior. Like this behavior should be fatigued on this behavior. Like this behavior. I'm not gonna sit up there and want to put it on all white folks because we're not like that. We're not gonna put it on all of them, right? But this type of behavior we need to like abolish. This type of behavior we need to be talking. I don't know what happened, but that man is 70 years old and you beat that man like that. Like, to me, like, where's his sons or his uncles or his brothers and stuff at? Like, you don't need to call the police on those type of situations. That need to be handled like within the family. They need to handle internally. How they say, don't worry about it. We're gonna handle that internally. So I just want to ask y'all, why we don't got fatigue on this though? But we so quick to say it's a black fatigue or something like that. And why it's not like why there no white fatigue? Why there no Asian fatigue? And should it just be like overall? I know I'm rambling and I'm asking like a lot of questions at once. Should it just be a behavior fatigue and not just like a culture or a black or a white or whatever? Shouldn't it just be like a behavior fatigue? I'm gonna let y'all go. Whichever one of y'all want to tackle that first.
I think even though the moniker is black fatigue, the idea is behavior fatigue. It is the behavior that a lot of black people are exemplifying, and we're fatigued of it.
Okay,
and we talk about.
Let me add just one thing to what you just said, because I don't want to cut you off. I'm not gonna say anything else. But you always say about words matter, right? So if you say black, ain't that like putting a blanket on all of us because the words matter instead of just saying behavior?
Yeah, I agree. I'm not disagreeing at all.
Okay.
Yeah, ultimately, I think the whole idea of black fatigue is fatigued of the behavior. And nobody should be going around punching, beating up nobody. And anybody that does it deserves whatever it is that's coming to them in terms of the law, in terms of when it comes to morality, and comes in terms of if you get beat up in the streets, anybody that goes and attacks innocent people unprovoked deserves some sort of repercussion for what it is they do. When it comes to the whole idea of black fatigue, unfortunately, the idea of bad behavior in public is attached to black people, and unfortunately, also a lot of black people go out and perpetuate those behaviors, but then turn around and complain about people having stereotypes. It's like we can't lie. I'm gonna say lie. We can't act like Carnival Cruise is the new Spirit Airlines. Because I was looking up a particular video last week when we were talking. I forget what subject we were talking about, and I'm looking up stuff that people were saying about Carnival Cruise Lines, and in different videos, not the same situation, different situations. Black people fighting, black people fighting, black people fighting. Spirit Airlines, black people fighting, black people fighting, black people fighting. Different situations on both. So, I think it's more than anything, it's the matter of behavior. And like I said, the tough part about it is negative stereotypes lie with black people, and a lot of people go out and perpetuate the negative stereotypes, and then what do we do after that?
Yeah, I think in terms of black fatigue, again, I think we've talked about. To me, that's just the wrong definition according to the original person that created it. For me, it kind of falls under white fragility, right? So white fragility is also a term created by white people. A white lady out in Seattle, I forget her name, she's an author, New York Times bestseller. Well, white fragility is, to me, anything pertaining to black people, right? That anything pertaining to black people, when black people start complaining. So if we have black people fighting, right? Okay, white people really don't want to address this. Black people fighting amongst themselves. White people don't want to address that. You can talk about reparations. White people want to avoid that. anything dealing with white people, I mean, black people, white people kind of want to avoid. You see what I'm saying? Even if it's just some grievances about, I don't know, taxes or something or whatever. It's they put it in the bag as black fatigue, but really it's white fragility, where white people don't want to talk about, just certain things, social things that's happening within the black community, right? So that's why I look at it as. Now, in terms of this video here, what, to me, what can this elder man do to that young white man? Like, what could he have said? What could he have done to warrant that? Right? According to his family, right? According to his family, he loved his animals, he loved his wife. I guess an upstanding citizen. Also, I just kind of wanted to correct something that says on the kind of the bulletin there. It said New York, and it's Newark, New Jersey, not New York. So in the title of the video, not ours, but just the title of the video, like that's Newark, New Jersey. But where's the hate crime there? Where's the hate crime there? Like, okay, you turn around, you have a black person hitting a Asian person, and then we talk about black fatigue, right? It's black fatigue. Asians then get a hate crime. You got this white man beating the mess out of this elder black man, and he gets simple charges.
So you got to do more investigation.
Right, they got to do more investigation. That's simple charges. Right, and to me, like, yeah, that falls on the white fragility as well, where they don't want to tackle things that the minority, quote unquote, minority black community are deal with.
What you got?
No, I agree with both of y'all, but I just had to piggyback off some, what you said when you was like the Spirit Airlines and stuff like that, and like Jerry Day always say, right? Because I get this from Jerry Day. He say, is that more of a black person thing or black fatigue or whatever, or is that more of a class thing? Because people with money is not flying Spirit. So when you get lower caste people with cheaper flights and like with Carnival Cruises too, people with money not going on Carnival Cruises, they're gonna go elsewhere, right? So when you get ghetto behavior and ghetto this and that, you're gonna get that type of behavior. What do you expect? Just like Jerry Day said too about two women fighting at 2:00 in the morning out west. Nigga, what else supposed to fucking happen? That's why we talking about stocks.
Sure.
What the fuck? That's not gonna happen in the hood. That's not gonna happen.
And I think that's what the whole idea of fatigue comes from, though.
But that's just the behavior, though. That's not all. Because only thing I don't like is when people say it, they don't kind of put like specifications on it. Like, because bro, many times as we went out, many times as we hung out, all that behavior we see on the internet, I never come across that shit in real life, ever. I have not came across that shit since I moved from around there. Even when I go back there to go get my haircut and stuff, I still don't see that type of stuff. I was just out there last night because I was out west and on the 4th of July. All I seen was people popping fireworks and celebrating. I ain't seen no fights. I ain't seen no shootings. I ain't seen none of the shit that be on the news. Not one bit of it. And was out there for more than 2 or 3 hours. But I didn't see none of that though. Huh?
Right. And I'm not disagreeing with you. I want you to know that I'm not arguing. However, we also look back to Juneteenth when 34 people got shot and 4 people, I think it was 4 people died. And a lot, and I was oh, okay. But yeah, I looked up a bunch of different situations recently. It was like 4 or 5 that happened since the beginning of June. Even and to go along with what you're saying about, the idea of fatigue as it pertains to not just being centered around black people, a mass shooting happened in a Little Village too. For the people that are just watching the playback, Little Village in the Chicago area is Mexicans, Hispanics. I'm talking like straight up. Only time you see a black person in Little Village is when they're passing through,
Or you going to get some tacos.
or you're getting some you're getting some taco. So
That's the
I'm
question
saying this,
though. Oh, my bad. Go ahead. I didn't know you were done.
no, you're good. You're good. You're good. Go ahead.
No, I guess my question is though, if let's say for instance, let's stay in the suburb of Chicago, I stay in Naperville, right? Nothing's going on out in Naperville. I hear about some shooting, let's use the Juneteenth situation on 95th, right? And, you know, 12, 13 people got shot, 4 people dead. How does that affect me, and how am I fatigued about what they got going on over there in the hood? That's kind of for me, I've always I don't live over there. You know what I mean? So how is that? How am I getting fatigued? What are we fatigued about if you don't live over there? The people that live over there that may be law-abiding citizen, maybe they should be fatigued about it. But you living out in Naperville, or you live in Lake Forest, or Homer Glen, how are you fatigued about what's something going on in these urban neighborhoods? What I mean, how's that affecting you?
Because I'm not saying that. How do I say this? I understand where you're coming from with the question. A lot of times people, what do they say? You can remove the person from their situation, but you can't remove the situation from the person.
Mhm.
A lot of people bring their mindsets and their mentalities and their behaviors, what it is that they're used to wherever it is that they're going. Just like a lot of people were moving from Atlanta and moving to Texas. Texas is now complaining about the behavior patterns that people have while they were living in Atlanta.
Mhm.
So you're absolutely right when you say, how do you live in Homer Glen? How do you know? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's because people from wherever bring their behavior patterns to Homer Glen.
How is that happening? Yeah, you know what I mean? Because people have I mean, you can shop or whatever, wherever, but is that a consistent thing, right? And I'm sure you're familiar with Homer Glen. I think Maul, I'm sure you may be familiar with Homer Glen. I just use Homer Glen or Naperville. But is that a consistent thing? Is that a consistent pattern? Right? So Naperville has Top Golf, right? And apparently niggas like to go out to Naperville to Top Golf and have their guns on them and some more shit, right? And every time they go out there with their guns, guess what? They end up in jail. Now, if you know about Naperville, I think Naperville is in DuPage County. And if you know about DuPage County, they don't play. Then we talked about it. It's like a 98, 99% conviction rate. I was even watching one, it was a car chase. It was funny. It was a car chase. It was up in get the suburb. But it was outside Chicago. It was a car chase and a whole bunch of black dudes or whatever. They I think they were stealing like Mercedes. And the police, they kind of didn't really know what to do. But anyway, it was icy out and they crashed in a Mercedes. And one of the guys, he ended up getting caught. And he was like, man, is this Cook County?
Nope.
And it actually was. Where they were was actually Cook County. And he was
Okay.
asking that, I felt, for a reason, because Cook County's laws, Cook County's justice system is very lax on criminals a lot of times. But you go over to DuPage, and this is why a lot of this shit don't trickle over into DuPage. And when you hear about things going on in DuPage, like, people breaking into stores in Oak Brook Mall, it's kind of like, nigga, is you stupid? Right? Because they're going to throw the book at you out there. So, but in regards to, again, the whole black fatigue thing, because I think in regards to, like, even if I, loop, breaking or stealing in Oak Brook or whatever, those criminals were getting caught and they're going to jail, and they're kind of going to jail for a long time. Right? You're going to have criminals kind of everywhere. Anywhere that they're able to see an opportunity, right? They're going to take it because they're criminal. So if you live in a real safe neighborhood, to me, like what's going on, and you know what I'm saying? Like even when I watch the clips on Fox News or whatever, and you on YouTube, and I go through the comments, and they're saying, "Well, see, that's black fatigue," but it has like you don't live over there, you don't live around there. To me, if there's any fatigue, it should be the people within the neighborhood that should be complaining about this. And I'm not saying they are or they aren't, but those are the people that should be tired of that, not you, because it comes off as, you know what I mean, you're looking for a reason to blame, black people as a whole. So anytime black people start complaining about something, now you're trying to lump it all together and say, well, that's fatigue. Like I said, we talk about reparations. Well, that's black fatigue, or black people complaining about taxes being raised in their community. Oh, that's black fatigue. I've seen it, at least online. In real life, nobody really acts like they talk about this shit. You know what I mean? In real life, nobody's talking like this.
Mom, what you got?
I kind of agree. With like what both of y'all said on a lot of parts and a lot of things. And like I say, a lot of it be like a money thing. Like because we say shit don't happen on, like you was talking about Carnival Cruise and Spirit. Like when you spend them type of cheap flights, that's what type of stuff you get. Ain't they say you get what you pay for?
Yeah.
Nigga, if you can go to Florida for $25, what the fuck you think on a plane? What you think for that? Nigga, you finna be like on the CTA, you're gonna be holding on to the rail because ain't no more seats left. You gotta stay in the air. For $25, how you think you finna fly from Chicago to Miami for $25 and you think you ain't finna get no flights? You think you ain't gonna have no duct tape on the wings or whatever? You ain't gonna have no springs sticking out your seat, sticking you in your. What you think is gonna come for you only spending $25? How you gonna go on a Carnival Cruise and you pay $250 for 7 days with drinks and liquor included, and what you think is gonna happen? Huh?
OG said, any idea what may have provoked the elder man getting his?
I don't think no older person can provoke unless even if they hit you, I don't think they still can provoke it. You can hold them down.
What?
But to beat an elderly person like that, ain't nothing you did to provoke that, bro.
Bro, you just got done talking about you can't evaluate how a person responds to a situation. So you can't
beat them like that. To beat them like that, you're gonna say that's. I'm with you in what you said, and I know where you were going. But to beat an old 70-year-old man like that, you thinking that's anything is cool with that?
A lot of old heads get stuck in their ways and thinking that the way that they think stuff should happen. No, that's the problem. You think you old that you can do whatever it is that you want to do. No. Okay. You're a person just like I'm a person.
In this situation, we really don't know because he might have not said anything, right? Because things happen where he may be provoked just by looking at him, right? So we can't say that he said something or whatever. We don't know, right? There's no video evidence, but I mean, it's been situations where I've seen black people knock out an older white person because they said nigger or whatever. Like I've seen those videos online. I'm all like, when it's an older person, I'm always kind of like, but like I said, I don't know if this is the situation, right? So because all we doing is speculating.
Yeah, but I'm not saying even about knocking him out. But dog, he damn near beat him to death with his bare hand. Like that's what I'm talking about. The over success of like, even if you stop the shit out of him or you knock them out cold with one punch, okay, I can get that. But you sitting on top of him, just beating him half to death. They say he broke his eye socket in his jaw.
Yeah.
He really beat the hell out of Buddy.
Where's the hate crime against elderly people then? At the very least. And look, back to this black fatigue thing. Look, black people shooting each other and some more shit keeps things like that, keeps people employed, right? I always say this, right? If niggas stop shooting each other, then people won't be having jobs, right? You won't have as many paramedics. What's the need of them? You won't have as many police. What's the need, right? Hospitals, organs, right? Or organ donors. Like you need. I mean, that stops a lot. So to me, it almost makes sense that we allow certain things like this to happen within the community, right?
Shit, violence
Because there's
period though,
a
right?
lot of certain,
I say violence period though, right?
Yeah, but I'm talking about specifically within the black community,
Okay, I got you.
right? Where
You won't have
it's,
the Democratic Party at that point. You won't have the Democratic Party at that point, as much as they talk about police violence and all this stuff against black people.
Maybe not. I'm just saying because in Republican ran states as well, they're terrible, right? And even in Republican ran states, you can look up Mississippi, you can look up Louisiana. Louisiana probably, I think, has per capita the highest murder rate per capita. So I'm just saying there are people employed by this. The chaos and the stuff that happens within this black community. It is almost like, you know what, if they're gonna do it, we're gonna allow it to happen.
Loso, what's good, bro?
Loso,
what's good? Appreciate you for being here. Yeah, I think with all of the things as it pertains to social media, things get proliferated and pushed in a certain way. However, I understand where the idea of the black fatigue has gone into, because and like I said at the beginning of the conversation, a lot of things, black people are the stereotype for pretty much negativity, and a lot of people go out and proliferate said negativity, and people lump the people that are not practicing the negativity into the same lump as the people that are doing the violent things. Black fatigue started as black people being fatigued of what the things that were happening to them, and it's evolved or changed or gotten a second definition into people being fatigued of the behavior of certain black people. What do we do?
The co-opted. That's the co-opted definition. The second part, though.
Okay,
I feel like
it's
that.
been co-opted.
I think that's kind of important. I'm not, trying to debate really. It's just that I think it's important that we come up with another word for that. Like I talked about it on the podcast before. Like if it falls under ghetto ratchet activity, then let's just use that.
Ghetto fatigue.
Ghetto fatigue or whatever, or not even. And again, ghetto isn't really the proper thing because ghetto is really something that that they had to. I'm just gonna say it, that where the Jews live, that's where they live, right? And then we kind of all got lumped in it together, right? But so ratchet fatigue or whatever it is. But just to say black fatigue, well, you're generalizing, and this is why in class in college, the sociologist class, they tell you you never generalize because now you're lumping in other people that is nuances to things, right? Black people aren't a monolith, and we shouldn't generalize about any other culture, any other race.
All right. I think the ultimate thing is it was a mesh or whatever it is that I said a long time ago. You're not responsible for how the world views you, but you are responsible for how you present yourself to the world.
I agree with that.
So people, you're not responsible for how the world views you, but you are responsible for how you present yourself to the world. So people are going to figure out their stereotypes. They're going to have the preconceived notions about you or whatever the case. But it's up to you on whether or not you live up to it. For the most part, our extreme situation. But we can close out this and move on to the next one. Mal, final thoughts. I think JVD, you got your final thoughts out, right?
I kind of agree with you on that. But at the same time, too, people are going to say what they want to say about you. It don't matter how good you act, because I can have a clean record of me acting right and all that other stuff. But it could be one time where you piss me off and I go, I'm like, oh, there go that ratchet nigga that's coming out right now, blah, 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 this and blah, blah, that. But that's only the first time you ever seen me act like that. So people are going to say that all the time, and I agree with exactly what you said. And I agree, like Jerry Day say this too all the time. It's about you always handle yourself with class no matter what, in every situation. Always keep it classy. No matter what somebody do, no matter what somebody say. Sometimes you might have to come out of that because sometimes you might have to get ratchet or whatever like that because somebody really didn't piss you the fuck off. So I understand that too as well. But majority of the situations, no matter what you maneuver, man, no matter how you maneuver yourself with class, grace, and just respect, no matter what. And everything all the time, it'll follow you right behind. That's just my last thoughts on that.
All right. Thank you guys for kicking it with us. Share this with 2 people and let them know that your favorite After Church podcast is live. Right now, we have 9 people viewing. 11. Just jump to 11. One of you guys are not subscribed to the podcast. I'm sorry. Jerry Day. To the network. Share this with 2 people. Let them know that your favorite After Church podcast is live. And we're having some great conversation today. All right. So this is something that I think came across all of our purview. Something that I've been trying to talk about this for about 2 weeks now. And we're going to go ahead and get into it. So I think a couple weeks ago at this point, a 1-year-old was shot in Mississippi by a police officer. And I'm just trying to see what you guys' thoughts are as it pertains to the situation. So I got I think maybe a couple videos for sure to play about this. All right, here we go.
New developments are expected today in the investigation into the Senatobia police shooting that killed 1-year-old Cohen Wiley. Attorneys for the family are set to release the results of an independent forensic review today. ABC 24's Ezekiel Telemaco is live down in Senatobia with a preview of what we can expect. Ezekiel, what do you have for us?
Good morning, Kevin. I can tell you that, again, this press conference is going to be taking place here in Senatobia at 12:30 in the afternoon, with Attorney Ben Compton's returning for the first time to Senatobia, Mississippi since June 22nd. Now, in terms of what you can expect, again, some of those forensic results from that independent conducted autopsy. Again, when it comes to Ben Crumpen, what he was telling ABC 24, he said that he does not trust the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation. And in terms of their own independent autopsy that they conducted, they're trying to seek for more results in terms of, again, them saying that more specifically that, again, that the baby was shot from the side and not from the front. But in terms of where this all began, again, the press conference comes more than 2 weeks after the shooting outside of the Walmart in Senatobia, Mississippi. According to the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, officers responded to a shoplifting call involving a box of diapers. Cell phone video shows moments after that shooting. The MBI says that officers encountered 2 adults and a 1-year-old child getting into a vehicle. Investigators say the driver then drove toward an officer, prompting an officer to respond with gunfire. The vehicle later arrived at the hospital where Cohen Wiley was pronounced dead, and the driver was, announced with some significant injuries there. Attorney Ben Crump first spoke about the case on June 22nd at a press conference, actually at a church down the street, where he broke down why the team would be conducting an autopsy.
A lot of the civil rights organizations understand that they are going to try to make it seem as that they had to shoot, that this was a life or death situation, because God forgive them if they shot into a moving vehicle that did not put them in harm's way over an alleged shoplifting of a box of diapers.
Wiley's family is also expected to speak as their legal team continues to call for the release of body camera footage and Walmart surveillance video. The MBI investigation remains ongoing. And again, today's press conference starts at 12:30 in the afternoon. And in terms of those forensic details, we're going to make sure to bring them to you first, as we will be live streaming this on ABC 24 Plus. You're doing a great job watching right now, as well as providing updates on our website at abc24.com. Reporting live in Senatobia, Mississippi, I'm Ezekiel Telemaco, ABC 24 News.
There's one. Give me a second. I'll play the second one. Uh, One second. One second. One second. All right, here we go.
She had no tits. I raised my baby.
Marcus Keith.
Delicia Wiley.
Valencia Wiley lost her son to the negligence of law enforcement in Senatobia, Mississippi. Can you please tell what happened?
It was me, my son, and another friend of mine who was at Walmart. As we was leaving out the Walmart, they tried to stop her, but I kept walking because it had nothing to do with me. By the time me and my baby got in the car, she came. When we was backing up, they was running out the come. I raised my baby up because they withdrew their gun. She had no tent. I raised my baby up trying to show them that he was in the car. So she was backing up and she hit a car as I was opening the door, so the door flew back in. By the time I sat my baby down, it was like 3 to 4 shots. One of the shots hit him in his rib cage, and the other shots hit her in her arm and her thigh. And we left and went to Senatobia Hospital where he was pronounced dead. And they told me I wasn't gonna be able to see him until he get back from Jackson. She got airlifted, and the police told me I couldn't leave out the hospital until somewhere I couldn't leave out, couldn't nobody come in. But I ended up walking out, and the crowd was questioning them, asking them what happened. They was like, she was shoplifting. But the passenger, it was me. They wasn't talking about me. They was talking about the driver. But on the little, what's it called, self-checkout, they can see, it's cameras, they can see when she got the diapers and walked out. But yeah, they tried to say that she forcefully was trying to drive and hit them, but they was all on the right side, and she was driving towards the left. They just personally just shot in the car.
Did they try to charge you with anything?
No, they didn't charge me. They ain't charged me with nothing. They just let me go. They didn't say nothing. They just kept telling the crowd that they were shoplifting. But I don't know if they found anything because it's nothing found.
Okay.
Okay, so first question to you guys: did you guys hear about this?
No, I ain't hear about it.
Heard a glimpse of it, but I didn't know the whole situation.
Okay, so as they say, the situation was police were called based on somebody suspected of stealing diapers, and the person there's 2 people involved. The person that was accused of stealing the diapers is different than the person that we saw in that video. The person that was accused of stealing the diapers was on multiple different fronts that I've seen, multiple different videos, multiple different reports about it, driving towards a police officer in a way that the police officer could get hit by the car. Police officer shot into the car and ended up shooting the child. And the driver also got, I think, 2 shots as well by someone else. But this whole thing blew up from the fact that the baby got shot and died by the police officer. The police officer, if I'm not mistaken, was white. And the conversation, while we're talking, I can look that up to be sure. It was a white police officer and it was a black baby. Do you guys have any thoughts about it just off the strength of that?
So off the dribble, I'm gonna say this off the bat. Condolences to the family. That being said, if you're ever, and I know the mom claimed that she wasn't, in on, stealing other diapers. I get it. Because she said that has nothing to, when they were attempting to stop the friend, that had nothing to do with her, but now it has something to do with you. You see what I'm saying? Now your child is dead in the process. So for people to go outside, and even commit something small, something small, to me, that's small, petty stuff, right? But you always got to remember you got your kid with you or somebody's kid with them. You know what I mean? You never know how this can turn out. So if you want to go out stealing diapers, do that by yourself. You know what I mean? 2 adults still in diapers or 1 adult still in diapers, cool. But by yourself, never bring the kids. Like we always talk, even if you out here gang banging, you niggas out here gang banging, then want to take your kids to McDonald's for the day, and then the whole car gets shot up. It's dumb shit, right? You can't kick it with your kids because you're a gang banger. Same thing here. You can't go out here and commit crimes, right? Now, that being said, I'd like to see. I don't want to hear like accounts or whatever. I want to see body cam footage of motherfucker coming towards you, right? And I feel like as if there were body cam footage, right, like legit body cam footage, they would show that. Like just show it, boom, and now we can come to some type of conclusion, right? And because I so often that I hear, hey, the police or the suspect, they were trying to hit us. They were trying to hit us. I watch a lot of police chases. And it has nothing really to do with this. But I watch a lot of police chases on YouTube. And one thing that I noticed about a lot of police, they let their ego kind of control them, where we're chasing cars in residential neighborhoods. Right now, this could have been a simple traffic light infraction or something, simple ticket. And we're chasing this nigga in a neighborhood doing 120, 130 miles an hour. And then I seen one where the police actually hit somebody and killed them. And then the police, he survived, but that person that he hit, they died. Had nothing to do with it. So what I'm saying is a lot of times police have an ego about themselves. And if this is over a simple some diapers, all you had to do to me is get the plate and you catch up to them later.
Ma, what you got?
I can agree with a lot of that, Jerry Day. And it's just one question I just had, right? And I'm not blaming the officer whatsoever. It ain't so-called the officer, it's so-called like the system that the officer's in. Like, have you ever heard anybody say, fuck the fire department? But you've heard plenty of people say, fuck the police. Why is that? Because they do some grimy shit. And you got a lot of people out here that blindly loyalty to the police department when that's not the case. It's a lot of good it's a lot of good police out here that do the right thing. But it's also a lot of fucked up ones that do crazy shit, and the other ones scared to get involved and don't say anything. And they know they partners on bullshit. They know, but they just sit back in silence. So that means you just with the bullshit as they is, because you ain't said nothing. I'm not sitting up here saying that is the case with this situation, because only time will tell. I have not seen enough to be commenting on this situation. It's like Jerry Day said, it's an unfortunate accident that this baby ain't had shit to do with this, but he's being paraded around and trying to get some money for the family and all this other shit, got Ben Crump and all this other shit above this case and all that other shit, trying to get some fucking money. But ain't nobody talking about the little boy that died that we don't know what the fuck that mean. We don't know what that little boy could have became. He could have became anything. But now he's gone because of some idiotic ass adult people that he was born to and put in the presence of. And I ain't even gonna call them idiotic, and I don't want to even say that. Because the video that you just showed me told me a lot of what I need to know. They in the car doing an interview of giving that, and she got a bunnet on. And I don't blame it on her. I blame it on other women around her that wore the bonnet and them never tell her when you go in front of a camera or you out in the public, take the fucking bonnet off. So a lot of things I don't even really blame on people because you wasn't taught. A lot of things a lot of people go through in life, you wasn't taught. When you know better, you do better. Because a lot of things we did when we was younger, but we wouldn't dare do that now, and we'll teach our kids not to do that shit neither. But we didn't know. So that's all I'm saying for this. It's a lot of learning that can be had. It's a lot of blind loyalty that we got to different type of departments and different people that we shouldn't have a blind loyalty to, that all need to come to the forefront. I don't know what it'll be to shake us up. I don't know what it'll be for us to get on the same page with a lot of this stuff. But unfortunately, it's study people that's losing their lives, that's innocent, that don't have to lose their lives to a lot of this stuff. I need to see more information before I can come to a conclusion or I can say anything. But just by what you just showed me, that's all I got to really say about it. I don't have really nothing to say about the actual things. I have not seen the body cam footage. I have not seen if the officer was in danger and nothing like that. I'm not going to put that on them. But I am going to say, a lot of people always say, fuck the police, but you ain't never heard nobody say fuck the paramedic or fuck the fire department. And that could tell you a lot right there. Like, we got a lot of
They don't have
blind
guns, right?
Huh?
They don't have guns, right?
Who?
Like the fire department, paramedic, the tasers, and all
Even
that?
with the guns and that, they treat people with respect. Like you say, right? I always say this, right? A lot of people always say, you don't know what the police go through. You don't know what they just did. Okay, let's reverse the roles. How do you know I ain't had a lot of bad experiences with cops? That's why I got a fucking attitude. They always want to put this on people that's not trained, but the people that's supposed to be trained, they don't get no blame for it. Police officers are supposed to be the most highly trained people ever, but don't nobody put the blame on them when they're supposed to be encountering these situations all the time, so they should know what to do. Why is it always put on a citizen to know how to act, but not put on the cop to know how to act? Why is it that, because you had a couple, like the cop had a couple bad pullovers, but now I'm the fifth one, so you're going to treat me like I just did something to you when I ain't do nothing? This is a fresh situation. You should come to it as a fresh mind. Why are you blaming that on me? Because a couple people you just had to damn near tussle with a couple people. I didn't do it. So why are you putting that on me? So I should be on high alert because I had a couple bad interactions with a cop, so I should treat all y'all the same too. Why is that not the same thing not applied? Because I've had a lot of bad things with a cop, but I'm not gonna get an attitude when any other fresh cop come to my window or something like that, or I come in eye contact with them. I'm gonna have a fresh interaction with that cop. That cop gonna have to do something to me before me to get an attitude. And I think the police should have the same, the same attitude too. Every situation is different. Just because you went to the situation and you see some similarities, that don't mean it's the same situation. People are nervous for a reason. Cop do shit and get away with it all the fucking time. That's what I got to say.
When it comes to all of the videos that I've seen in response to this situation, it was a lot of people changing the narrative as to what it is that actually happened as to why they got shot. People that I've seen the most were changing the narrative to say no 1-year-old's life is worth a box of diapers. People are saying that this 1-year-old died because of the idea, or because police were called because a woman was stealing diapers, or allegedly stealing diapers, when that's not the case. The whole reason the gun was fired and the unfortunate baby. I want to say this too. Condolences to the family for the baby. Gotta say that before people think that I'm being insensitive. Condolences to the family for the baby. It's terrible that this situation got to the point where it was, to where anybody died, let alone a 1-year-old child. The reason why the gun was fired was because, according to the stories, again, I've listened to a whole lot of media about this, because the driver who was accused of stealing the diapers was driving their car towards the police officer in a way that would cause harm or danger to the police officer, not because she was allegedly stealing diapers. And it's easy to switch that when it comes to these conversations and what it is that people are reporting, to make it look like, oh, just like in most situations, apparently a white police officer was looking to get a body. And you know what? The white police officer went out and said, you know what? I think I'm going to shoot a black child today. I just, it's too many black people on the census in America. I'm going to take one off of the census today. No, stop with the stupidity. The only thing I doubt that this situation, okay, to what Ma and Jay said, the number one factor that would change or affect my opinion about the situation is the body cam footage. That changes everything. That's the number one thing that will factor into how people should think about this. And it is very suspicious that the body cam footage, this situation happened 2 weeks ago at this point. The body cam footage isn't out yet. The only footage we have is cell phone camera footage after the whole situation happened. So I give people that doubt, that benefit of the doubt. It's tough for me to believe that somebody was running out of Walmart with some diapers in their, allegedly, running out of Walmart with some diapers in their hand, and the police officer said, "Oh, you got those diapers? I'm going to shoot you, or I'm going to shoot at you." So it's and when it comes to the actual death of the child, I have to ask a question to the mother of the child. Why was the child not in the car seat, in the back seat? It's the child is 1 year old. Supposed to be in the car seat, in the back seat, facing the back of the car. A person that is on the other side trying to plead their case to make them look like the officer, let's just say the officer, trying to make themselves look innocent in this situation, would say that you tried to use your baby as a meat shield. It's very unfortunate. I hate that this situation happened.
You
I
said
hate
she tried
that
to use her baby as a human shield. What you say?
the officer that's trying, yeah. The officer that's trying to plead their case to say that I did not intentionally shoot the child,
Okay.
would say she lifted the baby up to protect herself.
You say that's what they would say. Okay, I got you.
So it's terribly unfortunate. It's I hate that the baby lost their life, and as the situation transpired, the baby should be alive, and this, unfortunately, something so small as stealing diapers erupted into the loss of a life. Let me catch up on these comments real quick. Loso said, was she even the one stealing? No, the lady who lost her child was not stealing, according to her story. It was her friend who was the driver of the car that was allegedly stealing. OG said, I was trying to see if there was more background info. Definitely understandable. Loso, she wasn't stealing. That's messed up. That's on her friend 100%. I would say this too. I've said this before. If you're a person that's hold on. Let me pull this. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Let's see. All right, here we go. I'm gonna play this clip real quick, according to as it pertains to this situation. This is why one of the reasons why I love the movie Liar Liar so much.
Gosh, it's Skull. He knocked over another ATM, this time at knife point. He needs your legal advice.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
That's it. For whomever it applies. And don't break the law around me as it pertains to where it can cause me to get in trouble. Don't break the law around me. I'm telling.
But don't everybody break the law every day?
Yeah. I'm in one way, because we don't. Who is sitting back and reading the and I'm not arguing against you. I'm saying, who is reading the Constitution or the laws as it pertains to each individual state, line to line every day, to where they have a full-on understanding?
No, I'm saying it's simple. Like, because we talking about don't break the law. It's simple as you driving down the street. Everybody in this motherfucker speed. That's breaking the law.
It is.
Speed limits is for a reason. So everybody breaks the law. So that's why I don't like the people want to, like, I always go back to this thing. You want to pick and choose, like we don't do certain things. And you don't know the situation. And you don't even know if she was really stealing the diapers or not. Was she really stealing? Did they say she was stealing? Is it evidence that she stole?
No, I'm not even sure if there's evidence if the friend stole it. Also, being ignorant of the law is no excuse. That's what
Yeah,
they're
it's a
gonna
fact.
say.
That's a straight fact.
They're gonna say that.
Yeah, that's a straight fact. But what I'm saying is, what's even stealing, and we keep saying this thing when we have people stealing and doing all type of corrupt shit all the fucking time, but we don't say anything to them. But as soon as somebody do some little petty shit or some shit like that, now we got the like we come off as we almighty than thou. Like people say, "Oh, don't steal this, nigga. You stole some gum the other day. Fuck is the difference? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like you stole a newspaper. You can't just feed. You parked illegally. People break the law all day, every day, B. We just choose and pick the ones that we don't really want to, motherfucker want to have something to say about.
I got to disagree with you on that.
Why you say that?
Well, I'm sorry, Jay.
No, go ahead. I want to hear yours. I'm finished now. I'm finished.
I think really it's a learning lesson in the situation where you even if it's small and petty, it could just turn bad in general. And this kind of even goes back to the Carmelo situation where, something that we thought maybe is just small and petty, a small push, right? A person could have, what I mean? So we have to realize that, just our engagement and things that we do, we have to just be kind of a little bit more mindful. Now, okay, stealing something, or even if because I'm not sure, like you said, are they sure she stole it?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Did she sure she stole it?
Are they sure she stole it?
It's alleged at this point.
So like, and 2 weeks later, like they should know this is a yes or no. Did she scan it? Boom, in the cart. Or
let me see if I can find it.
Is anybody above the law?
No,
nobody's above the law.
So why do certain people get away with certain shit, but other people can't? Because you got money.
There's definitely money.
Huh? Because people get away with shit all the time. Because you got the money, you got the power, you got the influence. That's the only thing I'm saying. Let's keep this shit fair on an even playing field. I can agree with you all today. Don't break the law. Don't do that. You won't have no problems. But that shit don't apply to everybody, though.
And it never will. It never will apply to everybody. And it's unfortunate. It started. It's not because, but it started over a box of
Pampers, yeah. That's
Pampers,
crazy.
right?
That's
So
crazy.
it's not, even though it's not because. Again, to me, drop the correct footage. Drop the footage in Walmart. Drop the body cam footage. All right, because it's just different to me. Different situations. Like,
hey, let's play a what if game, though. Let's play a what if game. Let's play a what if game. And I'm not putting this all on them. It's just the system. If the police was always good and always on the up and up, why she didn't just stop and talk to him like everybody say?
Wait, say that again.
If everybody
so get arrested,
it always come out to something you getting or whatever. What I'm saying is, if the police are so good like everybody say, why don't a lot of times people just want to talk to them? Why don't people just talk to them like everybody say? If they so good and they so whatever, why you just don't talk to them?
Because the common behavior is to hate the police.
I disagree with that. I wouldn't agree with that.
That's the common behavior that I see with like I listen to 2K, right? He has a show, the BPMO show. I've referred to it a lot.
Okay.
He said on the show this past Thursday, I think it was, he said if somebody was being chased by the police and the person that whatever they did ran through his house, and the police came into his house, asked him where did the person go, he wouldn't cooperate with the police and answer the question.
But why did he say why he wouldn't cooperate with the police?
That's the question. Why not?
Because a lot of things always get turned up inside down and it always end up being your fault. And look, you can say that all you want to, but people have a real FOMO and a real fear of police. Like, because they can sit up here and try to act like they're your friend, but everything you're telling them is going to be used against you. That's why they tell you to remain silent, because anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law.
Yeah,
I know a
but
situation
let
where.
me ask you.
Oh,
Let me ask the both of y'all this, and I'm asking the people in the chat, the people that's viewing. We got 8 people in viewership right now. Me, Spaces. If I get into a fight with y'all, win, lose, or draw, fight, fist fight, we trying to beat each other down to bloody to where the other person is in submission.
hello.
If your house turn in afterwards gets broken into, are you going to call me to try to help you rectify that situation?
If you said
you're not going to call me for that. The people espouse all of this hate for the police, but then turn around will call the police if they get into some sort of trouble.
Ain't that their job? Don't we pay them?
Are you
That's
trying
their
to
job.
not answer
That's
my
their
question?
job, and don't we pay them? Huh?
The point is, if you hate the police so much, why are you calling them to help you?
Okay, well, tell them to stop taking money out of my check, and I can go rectify the situation myself.
Come on, man. Are we okay? We'll
It's
do
their
that tomorrow.
job. It's their job. It's their job. It don't matter if you like them or not. It's still your job. It's plenty of times where we work at, we still got to deal. We still got to deal with people that we don't like because it's our job. It's always your job to be more professional, kind, courteous, and whatever else you got to do because it's your job.
And that's what they
your
do.
job, huh?
That's what they do.
Who?
Granted, in certain neighborhoods that have a reputation of consistent violence, specifically against the police, if somebody calls the police and the police are showing up, regardless of how much hate for the police are there,
that's their job.
Yeah, they can get sued for that.
That's their job.
Not showing.
And that's what I'm saying. They always show up. So
Okay.
you're telling me that you hate me, but you're calling me for help.
Everybody don't hate the police, bro.
That's why we got to this point in the conversation.
I didn't say everybody. I never use everybody. I never use everybody hate the police.
And that's
Okay,
but
let's start
go
over.
ahead,
I'm
Jay.
trying to, because now I'm kind of confused. So how did we get to the police thing? Like hating the police?
Well, I think that's a question for Ma, but my thought process about it is a lot of people just have a natural disdain for the police for whatever reason, and I don't understand it.
So you mean to tell me if every time you came and I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people come across cops and be like, oh, I trust this one. Oh, this nigga did me bad too. Oh, I trust this one. Oh, this nigga did something to me bad too. I'm gonna just say one situation, right? This is the first year I moved over to where I'm at right now. I get up one morning. This is when I had my Pontiac. Get up one morning, right? My car. This is back before I, start getting whatever I'm getting now. I needed some new tires, so I had slow leaks. So it was snowing outside or whatever, right? So what I do is I crank my car up, let it get just a little bit warm, and I still got a little bit of snow in my car. I drive it not even a mile. The gas station is right at the end of my block. I drive it. I let my car warm up. I put air in the tires, and I dust it off. Cop pulls behind me and said, oh, I saw you breaking into U-Haul trailers. I'm like, what? He say, I saw you breaking into U-Haul trailers. Nigga, I ain't broken the shit a day in my fucking life. We go back and forth this whole time because he say I was breaking in U-Haul trailers. Me, I was breaking in the U-Haul trailers. I'm scared as hell now. The man was dead ass wrong. And I got countless stories like that. But do I treat each cop wrong? No, because that's a different cop. I'm a concealed and carry holder. I got pulled over again in the same car. I told him I got my weapon on me. This motherfucker told me I should grab it. Jerry Day know the story. Jerry Day eyes got big as hell when I told him the story. Just because you don't have no stories like that, don't mean everybody else don't. And I don't think you should, me personally, don't think you should take that on every cop. Every cop is not like that. I've had some cool ass cops. I'm talking about straight up cool, come to the window, cool, calm, collective, everything. But I've also had some motherfucking low down dirty ones that I'm like, bro, how are you in the same motherfucking precinct as the one that just stopped me before?
Right.
So all I'm saying is I understand people's gripe with the police. I'm not for to put them on a pedestal like all the motherfuckers are good and all the motherfuckers are bad. I understand it. That's why I don't go across when people say they had bad experiences with cops. I also always tell them all of them are not like that too. Sometimes a lot of people call shit on their own and they don't want to take responsibility and let the cop just do what he do. Because you don't have to talk when they pull you over. You can give them your license, registration, and shut the fuck up. And I guarantee you that should go a lot smoother.
And that's what my thought process, right? Because the absolute majority of police interactions do not result in what it is that people like to talk about. I'm talking about absolute. I'm talking about 90+% of police interactions with people do not end up violent. This is Googleable. You can Google what percent of police interactions end up in violence against people. But people hold on to the idea that there are some interactions, yes, where a police officer shoots an unarmed person or a police officer gets too violent or too rough with said person. That's a diamond in the rough.
But okay, Spaces. So what should happen to the ones that get rough and stuff people that don't deserve it? Why don't they go punished? Why don't they get punished?
That's a problem with the police system. Do people shoot if a police officer shoots an unarmed person and I've seen videos of it. I watched these videos of police interactions with people. Literally, I've seen police officers not do anything to a person that was spitting in the police officer's face. People love talking about the amount of police in this interactions where a police officer gets violent. What do people don't talk about the interactions where the person that's getting arrested is being violent with a police officer and the police officer doesn't do anything. All they did was put a mask over her face to stop her from being able to spit on her face, spit at the police officers.
They're gonna get charged for that.
Facts. That's assault.
That's the difference, is that those people that do act belligerent or whatever, cursing is one thing, but as far as spitting or whatever, you're gonna get a charge for that.
Real quick, real quick, Jay. Okay, your screen was frozen, but it updated. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard me, but like spitting is one. Spitting, you're gonna get a charge for that. So the police, there's gonna be ramifications behind you, acting belligerent about it. I think the thing is, like Day Hayden said, like the police are human. In any profession, you're gonna have bad employees. Right. The problem is, like, it's going to show more when you're a bad police officer. You're dealing with the public. If you're a person at McDonald's and you half-assing it on the burgers and the fries, you short niggas on the fries, but that's one thing, right? But you're a bad police officer, and these days, we got cameras and stuff everywhere. Well, you're going to be you're going to be heavily scrutinized. I myself, like I said, just as small, I've had encounters with the police that I don't think it was warranted. That being said, do I treat all police officers the same? I absolutely do. Right? I don't have I treat them all the same, right? I treat them like I'm behind enemy lines. Like I want to get the fuck up out of there. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter which one, who it is or whatever, what agency, because personally, do I have a hate for cops? No, I don't have a hate for cops. I don't like them either. You know what I'm saying? There's I don't love them. I don't like them. I don't hate them. I'm kind of just indifferent about them. This is their job. You know what I'm saying? So if I got to call them, then I got to call them. I'll call the police when niggas was outside shooting. I'll call the police on you because that's your job. And it took you guys a long time to get here. Right? For you to be ready. So you don't call you when it's about your job. But that's how I look at, police officers as a whole. I don't think people have to like police officers. Mm-hmm. Right? It's just one of those jobs. I don't think people have to like you. Right? That's the job you guys keep signing up to do. That's the job. You know what comes with it. Right? It's just certain things within certain jobs where, your truck driver, nigga's gonna be some traffic.
It's gonna cut you off.
It's gonna be some traffic. It's gonna be different.
Cut you off.
And part of being a police, nigga, you're a firefighter. Guess what you finna have to do, nigga? Fight
Deal with some
fires,
fire.
right? And you might hate, as a firefighter, you might hate arsonists, but the shit you're gonna have to deal with it. So, and I get it, but for me, and going back to this video, I need to see body cam footage. That's where I'm at. If all
Yeah.
police officers are required to have that, I need to see that. I can't take nobody's word. I can't take how niggas analyze it online, and you know what I'm saying, and seeing different, and I looked at different angles on somebody's cell. I'm not trying to hear none of that. Let me see the body cam footage of a car coming towards them. Cool. Car coming towards them, all right, man, it's part of the game.
And I got just one more thing to add. If people on both sides respect people, I think it'll be more better interaction with the police. I don't think police deserve as much hate as they get, but I also don't think they deserve much love as they get. I'm kind of in the middle with it, because a lot of them be disrespectful and do crazy and damaging shit. You feel me? Like, just not with treating people with respect. I understand you see criminals all day and you put a tough shell on, but that should not how this be. I drive a truck every day, but I don't think every car out there is an asshole and always meaning to cut me off. No, I treat every car different, and maybe they was an emergency. Maybe they really need to get over real bad. But I'm not going to call them an asshole and stick out my middle finger for them at that point. I'm not going to try to speed up in the truck and damn near hit no car. No, I'm not. I'm going to still drive like I drive every day, be courteous and kind to everybody I come across, no matter what. I think people should be like that with cops, and I think cops should be like that with people. Be kind and courteous to people give you indifferent to beat another way. And even at that, you still be professional, because you should understand when people see cops, they always think that they're in trouble and they get nervous, they get these things, and you should be already used to those things. And then, like I said, remember that time me and you and Desiree was on here and we was talking about that? If police just go strictly by the fucking law and quit trying to go by your fucking gut and all these other things, I think more things will be okay. They always try to take the law in their own hands like you are the law. No, you just make people enforce the law. That's the only thing you should be there to do. If you can do that by the books of the law, do your thing. If you can't, don't do that neither. It's not the law.
OG said, again, aren't police trained not to shoot into moving vehicles? And I think they're not supposed to shoot into moving vehicles, only if that's like if they're on foot and the car is coming towards them. I think they
can't get out
can
the way?
shoot, right? So
You can't get out
because
the way.
Thank you. I
because
was
I
waiting
had
to say
If you can get out the way, you move out the way
I
first.
had a cousin killed like that. He was in the car, right? Police approached him and they say he tried to hit him, and they shot him dead. So you know what I mean, that's a
But I thought,
personal that I got with that.
yeah, but I don't know what the law states on that, because I know we got to read the law. I don't know what the law states. But I thought if you can get out the way, the cop first thing is to get out the way. The second thing is to shoot if you can't get out the way.
Right, but it's gonna be hard to prove that motherfucker couldn't get out the way.
Okay, that's true.
You see what I'm saying? That to me leaves up to interpretation. Like,
okay,
But
like you say, we need to see the body cam footage to see everything and all the angles, and you can still come up with your man. Look, unfortunately, a 1-year-old was killed. We sitting over here arguing about all this other shit. That is the devastating thing right there to me. Is the 1-year-old being killed.
Yeah,
I can understand.
I wonder where's the father
rights.
at? Where's the father at, man? How he feel about it? I'm curious on where the father at. How he feel about it?
It's just to me, it's just a unfortunate situation that this had to happen. But like I'm with Jay every day too. Man, you see a car stealing, they stole. Get them license plates. We're gonna go pick you up later. We'll meet you at your house. We'll be there before you get there.
Yeah, and I think where we agree on, and I like how Maul said it, is I'm 1000% in agreement with the fact that if you, as far as it comes to interaction with the police, they don't necessarily deserve no special credit, no special treatment. Whereas you also shouldn't, or they also shouldn't treat you a certain way just off the fact that they're pulling you over for whatever reason.
Yeah, just be respectful.
It's like just be respectful on both ends, right?
Nice.
I know. Yeah, so if you're getting pulled over, just cooperate.
But also,
just cooperate.
Yeah, Also, too, I understand what people say, you know, because the ops will be doing that, but I'm not going to do that because I already know how I am. If I'm not willing to go all the way to 100 and don't give a fuck if I make it home, I'll act belligerent and do all that. But if I care about getting home, just try to stay as calm as you could, because that police officer right now on the side of that road is in charge of the situation. Unless you're ready to kill, and I do not recommend this at all. Unless you're ready to die or ready to kill that officer to try to get away or whatever, I would recommend neither one of those, but just go ahead and just get your license. You don't even have to say anything. You can shut the fuck up. And a lot of times they get mad at you for shutting the fuck up because they got nothing to go by. But just be quiet. That's all you got to do. Give your name, your date, whatever they ask you for your information, give that. And just shut up after that. You don't have to tell them where you're going. You don't have to tell them none of that stuff. Now, if you want to do that, do that. That's you. But you can just be quiet. You don't have to say anything else. Just give me my ticket so I can go. I'll fight this in court. I'll fight it later. I don't really care about it. But just shut up. But don't be berating the police. Don't be cursing them out. Don't be spitting on them. Don't be doing none of those things. You feel me?
I think we can call that the mesh for today. Ooh, that was a bar, Maul. Jeez.
There you go, Maul. Big Maul in the house, man. You know what I'm saying? Spinning matches.
Let me get Maul the right recognition.
Common sense, B. That's all it is. Common sense.
All right, we're gonna call it a day because this was an immaculate episode today. I absolutely love the conversation we had today.
I just don't like us spending 2 hours on goddamn BET Awards. We spent the hours for change of BET Awards. It's crazy.
But it was two different subjects.
It's facts. You're right.
Thank you guys for kicking with us. This has been another rendition of your favorite after church show. What do you call it now? Network? Anyway,
it's still our podcast. It's still our podcast.
The KNoWKi podcast on the KNoWKi network. Bow.
There you go. Boom.
Wear your crown.
Don't do that no more. Don't do that. Walmart.
Don't do bow.
Don't do bow. Don't do that. Don't do that. Not Walmart. You can do that on your own when you by yourself, but not Walmart here with you. Don't do no bow.
He said,
you kind of point at me too, because I'm next to you. You say what?
He gonna be doing that next. Especially you ain't doing that next. He say no bows, man. That goes up with no crying, no bows, and no none of this. No
yeah,
key.
we have a list of we're gonna have a list of things you shouldn't be doing. No, we don't do that.
Wear your crown, build your legacy, Kings. I am your man, Spaces.
I'm Jay every day.
I was for to do it too, but I'm not. Hey, this shit went on, man. Go ahead.
We are live on Kick. I'm gonna throw out the music for about 30 minutes. I know you guys gotta go. Anybody that's want to kick it, just chill and listen to music for a solid 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We're gonna be over there. We're gonna end it live on YouTube, but still be live on Kick.
Yeah, you're gonna get all Jerry bow over there, okay? You're gonna get all those over there.
Bow.
Hey, this your boy Mao, man. We love y'all, man. Meeting adjourned.
Salute.
Oh shit, man.
All right. Let's see here. Move that one.